Welcome. In front of me is an Honor 200 Lite, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks you can do on this device. So let's get started by opening up our settings, and from here we can navigate to home screen and style. Now I will be showing you how we can change the change the home screen style, which is for some stupid reason located under home screen and style. Instead of the typical home screen and lock screen setting that is dedicated and throughout the list. In any case, and here we have the home screen style, and we can change from the standard, which is, I absolutely hate Chinese companies considering the cluttered mess on your home screen to be standard. Clean your shit up then if that's standard for you. Now this might be standard for Apple users, as they were shafted like that for quite some long time, but even Apple shifted away from that because it was a stupid choice. So in here we have the drawer mode, which is standard for Android, which this is. So there we go. Once you select that, you have now all your applications neatly organized alphabetically in its own drawer that you can pull up by swiping up on your screen anytime you're on the home screen. And obviously it also cleans up a bunch of the applications that you had on your home screen and gets rid of almost all of them from the home screen outside of just the default ones. And you can get rid of these ones as well by just, like holding it and selecting remove. Now this only removes it from the home screen and not the actual up tray or up drawer. Now, anyway, moving on to the next one, let's open up settings again, and we can navigate back to home screen and lock screen, and here we have a couple additional things which I'm just gonna glance over. So we have things like always on display styles right here. You have a bunch of ones that you can just kind of customize, and you can also disable the always on display if you don't want it. But it looks like tap to display data, date, time, SMS notifications, and missed calls when screen is off. So it looks like you do need to tap to actually activate it, so it won't be wasting as much battery as some other devices that have a permanent always on display. We also have things like wallpaper, not even going to talk about that one, but then we have fonts and icon packs. So we should, there we go, have a couple icon packs that come already with the device. You can get more from the Google Play Store. In terms of fonts, you can also download more. So there we go, we have some fonts visible right here. No, those aren't fonts, so some presets. I think I do need to be actually logged in for this to actually show up, so I'm just going to ignore this for now. And we have also home screen settings. So here we have layouts. If you want to have more applications visible on a single page, you can change the layout right here. You can also change the icon size. So that's a pretty neat option. I like my application or icons to be relatively small. And we have also search button on home screen. Swipe down, this is also another cool one. So swipe down, we have Honor search. Personally, I don't care for that. I do care though for the notification or control center. This is a fantastic option. So now when you swipe down, there we go, you get your notifications. Pretty neat option. Now moving on to the display and the brightness in the main settings page, we have the dark and a light mode that is right at the top, and you can switch between them. Now these do show up throughout the setup process, if I remember correctly, of your phone. But if you want to change it later on, you can find it here. Additionally, something that doesn't show up throughout the setup process is the auto switch. This allows you to switch between light and dark mode based on a time of day or on a custom timer. Pretty, again, nice option to have enabled if you like dark mode, but only during the night time. Scrolling a little bit further down in the display and brightness, we will have some comfort options for the display, but then we also have one that I personally like, which is the color mode and temperature. And almost every device has a vivid mode enabled by default, and I myself personally like the more toned down normal mode. So this does desaturate the display by a bit. Now this might look jarring to you if you are using your phone mostly in the vivid mode and then you switch to normal. It might look much more gloomy and less colorful. I personally do like the normal myself, that's kind of why I'm showing this. And on certain brands, specifically Samsung phones, the vivid mode is so egregiously overdone that it's, in my opinion, just unbearably saturated. It's like if a kid got access to a slider and just looks at it, oh, saturation slider, max out. It looks disgusting. So I specifically on Samsungs, I do find that anything outside of Vivid is a vast improvement. And most phones like I said, do overdo their colors on their devices, and I do understand why. If you like the vivid colors, by all means stick with it. I personally find them overdone, as obviously manufacturers like to crank up the colors. So if you're looking at, for instance, this phone in the store in a line of dozen of other devices from other manufacturers, you want your phone to stand out. Now, what won't make it stand out is a gloomy looking display, obviously. So there is a reason for that. Now, going back to the main or to the display and brightness page, a little bit further down we have the screen refresh rate, and we have three options. We have dynamic, standard, and high. Now, this device only caps out at 90, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame, but still you can choose the refresh rates right here. Now, for the majority of the people that like to have the higher refresh rate, I do recommend sticking with the dynamic. Under no circumstances do I recommend going to high, as this just permanently runs your display at 90 Hertz. While the dynamic gives you the benefit of preserving battery life when there is nothing moving on a screen, like right now, where it's going to lower down the refresh rate, as you don't need 90 Hertz right now. There is nothing. You could be getting 1 frame per second or even less, and because there's nothing moving, you can't tell the difference. So in this aspect, dynamic is better. Now, for people that don't really see a difference between the 90 and 60, you might want to switch to standard, as this will give you better battery life. Oh boy. Now, continuing on, let's navigate to notifications and status bar. And here we have status bar. And you can clear out some of the clutter in your status bar. So we have things like show notification icons, show carrier name, which I find completely useless. It doesn't show up right now because I don't have a SIM card in the device. Show network speed, again, I find that to be useless, so I'm going to turn that off. And battery percentage is next to the battery. It just adds more clutter. I personally like it to be inside of the battery, which makes it cleaner while still retaining the same kind of functionality. And we also have the pure mode, which just tries to hide a bunch of things like the only show time, Wi-Fi signal, and the battery. So as you can see, just cleared out most other trash from your status bar. Now, this will also include some of the things right here, like the notification icons. Now, if you like to see notification icons visible, then you might want to enable that. Now, that being said, you can see we have a couple notifications right here. Even if I hide them, I can still pull down my notification shade and have access to them in here. It just doesn't the phone doesn't display in the status bar that there are notifications. I have to go out of my way to check them. Now, last thing that I wanted to show is going to probably require me to actually search for it, unless it's in a logical place, system navigation, and it is actually. So under system update, system navigation, we have the gesture navigation, and obviously also the three button navigation. So depending on which one you prefer, you can switch it right here. I do myself like the gesture, and additionally under the gesture we have settings, which you can do other things like show navigation bar. I think the navigation bar is enabled by default, though I could be wrong. It's this little bar at the bottom. Come on, there we go, it shows up now. So you can just hide it. It makes the device look cleaner. We also have things like the Google Assistant. So we have the swipe from the side, I think it is, right? Swipe up from the bottom corner. Yep, so it should be like, there we go, like this. I personally don't like this at all. I don't use Google Assistant, so I do like to turn that off myself. But if you use it, you can obviously keep it on. Now, if it annoys you, maybe you sometimes launch it by mistake, yeah, you can turn it off in here. So there we go. Now this concludes all the tweaks and tricks I want to show you. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.